Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life and welcome to today's Unmissable. And we're going to get straight into today's hot tag.
Hot tag.
Yeah, last night we had Vengeance Day and what a PLE. Well done, Shawn Michaels and the NXT Superstars. What a fantastic show they put on last night in Washington, D.C. Yeah, there's lots of things to talk about, but one of the major and most interesting things from the show was the introduction to this new faction. We still haven't got them named. We don't know what their name is, but we certainly know who is in this faction. And they was dominant. We saw them twice throughout the night. The first time that we saw them was at the end of the Fraxium match. They beat up Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and they also beat up Josh Briggs and Inamura. They decimated the tag teams. So, really making a big, massive statement at the end of that match. But it wouldn't be the last time we see them. And I'm pretty glad because I was saying it throughout the live stream that they need to have a big impact, that you can't just get away with just doing it once. It would have been a little bit of a whimper. But yeah, they did come back and they picked the biggest target, the NXT champion, Obafemi. Obafemi, at the end of his match, was met to darkness. The lights went out. And then we got blue lights, which was fascinating. Blue lights would shine on the individual members of this new faction. Very Shield-esque. They would come through the crowd, pretty much like the Shield did. They had the face masks on, which was various skulls. Some were illuminate, what glowed in the dark, some weren't, I believe. And honestly, they did make a massive impact. That honestly, there was a bit where they absolutely destroyed Obafemi, lifted him quite high up from the ground and power slammed him down. My gosh. I'm surprised the ring kept up. But yeah, they decimated Told Obafemi. And this is going to be a force in NXT for sure. We do know the members. We have got them confirmed. They've all been tweeting out on social media. So Dion Lennox, not a surprise. We kind of thought that he would be the kind of like the ringleader, so to say. He's the one out of this quartet that has had most TV time. Then we've got Shaquille Sugars. If I'm murdering the names, it's because I'm not quite used to how they sound yet. But he's, I did think this was Lucky Ali, but this is not. This is Shaquille Sugars. If these are the same people, then just keep one name, please. But yeah, this is Shaquille Sugars. Then we got Cutlet James, who we had down in the predictions video as being part of this group. So the two confirmed members, what we knew going into this was Lennox and James. And then we got Maurice Griffin, who was Josh Black from, I believe, the NFL. This guy looks huge. I thought this was going to be Aura Menza, but it's not. Clearly, this is Maurice Griffin. This man looks a beast. Honestly, this quartet is going to take some beating, and I hope we get more of this. I don't want any promos from them for a while. Let's just have them randomly attack people on NXT for a bit, really hype them up. Yeah, and then you can have the wrestlers revolt against this, and they can go to Ava and go, who's this group? We need to know who they are because we need to stop them. And then that's when we get the promo. And that's when it's like, why have we been targeting these guys? Because they've been taking the limelight. I mean, yeah, something to that effect. But I'm really excited for this new faction. like I said, we still haven't got a faction name yet, of course, until they do either a vignette or a video package. We will not know their name. But it'd be interesting to see what they go with. I mean, obviously, people are saying Temu Shield. Retribution 2.0. Of course they would, because until we get a name, we're just going to just throw any kind of ridiculous shit at it. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this faction. They were definitely the highlight of the show. Other than the matches, let's not take it anything away from the matches. I will get to my final thoughts at the end of this video, but we're going to look at some of the results now from Vengeance Day. And one of the biggest results was Stephanie Vaquer becoming the North American champion, beating Fallon Henley. Not just beating Fallon Henley, she actually took down Yasmin Nix and JC Jane, who was all at ringside. So she basically beat 3 women to win the North American Championship. So Stephanie Vicker, honestly, she deserved this. Her career is aligned with titles. So yeah, this is just yet another one to a many big list of many championships. But yeah, Stephanie Vicker has definitely arrived now in NXT. We do see her later on in the night as well, but we'll get to that. We will get to that. Faxion retained against Briggs and Inamura. Yeah, quite a good match. I think that's the thing about this show. The matches didn't outstay their welcome. They were fantastically paced. I mean, the show lasted 2.5 hours, which is ample enough time and very much appreciated by WWE, let me tell you, after a 3-hour flipping SmackDown the night before. But yeah, honestly, Faxion retaining. Then obviously we got this new faction interfering at the end, beating down both teams. We've already covered that. But then we got to probably one of the shocks of the night. In fact, this was the shock result of the night, because I don't think anybody thought that Eddie Thorpe was actually going to win. And he did. And clean, well, kind of clean, as clean as you can get in a strap match, I suppose. It was a low blow with the strap. And then he took advantage of that. I can't remember if it was like a DDT or something like that, what won the match, but Eddie Thorpe won. That is the main take. And yeah, Trick, I don't know what this means. This is a big loss for Trick Williams. Are we getting into the main roster? I mean, I don't know. I'm totally confused with this loss. It didn't register with me that well in the live stream, to be fair. And yeah, I think the chat was like, huh, what? I think the crowd were pretty shocked as well. And then we got to Ethan Page and Javon Evans. I mean, this match started off like fire. I mean, Javon Evans, one of the brightest stars in NXT, definitely got a huge future. Went into it full gusto. I mean, he almost totally misjudged a jump onto Ethan Page, which nearly took himself out, basically, because he nearly missed Ethan altogether. Went flying over the announce desk. I would like to say that the announce desk used on NXT last night was one of the old ones, not the new LED ones that we see on Raw and SmackDown. So yeah, you can tell who somebody's going through one of these announce desks tonight. So Ethan Page beat Javon Evans. This is a massive take home, and he did it by just, hitting him with that one fatal punch. The one fatal punch that broke Javon Evans' jaw originally. So yeah, with the both superstars ended up in blood. Ethan with a bloody nose. I don't know if this was a genuine bloody nose. There was certainly blood everywhere. Certainly looked like he got caught. But then, obviously, I think Javon Evans using blood capsules to give the effect of his broken jaw. I don't think that was real blood at all by Javon Evans. There's just too much and in one place for it to be true. And it's just happened way too many times now. So, yeah. Ethan Page winning, though. So we had 2 back-to-back heels win. I can't remember the last time we did that. To be honest, it was a bit strange. But then, obviously, we do go into the night's co-main event, which is the triple threat match. Hope Femi against Austin Theory against Grayson Waller. This was a fun little match. Obviously, we kind of knew who was going in and coming out as winner, as the champ. But seeing Theory and Waller against each other was quite fun. Watching them kind of decide if they're going to be a team against Obafemi or are they going to go on their own? Who wants the title more? It was an interesting and fascinating story that they told. And hopefully we get a little bit of fallout for this. Obviously, they're on Raw, so we won't wait long to see what happens between these two. But I want a break. I mean, I think all of us want them to split up because, the potential is Austin Theory having a good babyface run, and of course, Grayson Waller doing fantastic work as a heel. These two as a team, not so good. Let's get them into the singles competition and fast. Let's split up A-Town down under, and they did go down under because Obafemi did retain. He beat them both. And then obviously we did see the new faction again, which we've already alluded to. The night's main event, this main event, oh my God. what a main event. I mean, these ladies left it all on the line. There was nothing left. I do feel like Bayley nearly got exposed by Roxanne Perez, though. She grabbed hold of her top and nearly, and I mean very nearly, we saw Bayley's buddies. And I'm not kidding. There is no image. I haven't seen any images of this. I need to search for the images of this, though, for sure, if anybody's got it. But yeah, it did feel like Roxanne Perez got a little bit overzealous and nearly revealed Bayley's buddies. I mean, that would have been fun. But yeah, this match was absolutely banging. Julia did retain, beating Jade, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, and Bayley, of course. But honestly, these ladies, they put it all on the line. It was a fantastic main event and really shows how NXT is I'm not going to say probably the best female division in all of pro wrestling. It is the best female division in all professional wrestling. Let's just put that out there, because honestly, it is stacked top to bottom with quality ladies who certainly know what to do. I mean, they've just let Tiffany Stratton go to the main roster, and it hasn't even hurt them. We've still got main stars. What can take that spot? So yeah, honestly, this main event did bang hard, and Julia still is your NXT female champion. This did not close out the show. We did go to Stephanie Vaquer coming out. Obviously, these two great friends, so we had a great visual of them holding up the championships together. But that wasn't the end, because we were familiar music to TNA fans. And of course, now starting to get really familiar with us in WWE. We got Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace is in NXT, official. We knew this anyway, but she came down to the ring, and there was a little bit of a face-off. Who and which championship is she going for? I mean, she gave a stare down to both Stephanie and Julie. Yeah, great. I just realised that mic run out, so we've just switched mics. Yeah, she did come down, and there was a bit of a face-off between Stephanie Vaquer and Julia to close out what a fantastic show this has actually been. And yeah, we did have some special guests on the show, and that was the return of Anna Grace. Yeah, she popped up backstage while Sarah Schreiber was interviewing Ava. This was quite interesting because Ariana Grace did not come alone. Yeah, she brought Santino Marella, her father, obviously is head of security down at TNA. This looks very interesting. And yeah, as Santino Marella went and had a private, talk, conference, I don't know what you call it, but had private words with Ava. I mean, this could be a massive hint to a future PLE involving both TNA and NXT. Worlds Collide comes to mind. I mean, this looks interesting, and definitely it's going to be very interesting to see. Let's say that how this unravels over the next coming weeks. But anyway, honestly, I give NXT Vengeance Day a massive 8.5 out of 10. I was absolutely fully entertained throughout the evening. It didn't outstay its welcome. 2.5 hours, I think, is ample enough time for a PLE or even a show for that matter. Honestly, we had the slog of SmackDown on Friday, which was a slog. Let's not deny it. It wasn't exactly the best 3 hours that we've had in our lives. But yeah, having a 2.5 hour show, I mean, Triple H is correct. 2.5 hours is the sweet spot. And it proved it again last night with NXT. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10 is my score. Let me know what you thought of Vengeance Day in the comment section below. I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Bye for now.